Salute to you.
女士们、先生们，欢迎来到李世锋茶谈录。Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a tea with Li. Today, with great honor and pleasure, we are having Turk, Li and Tek from Nepal. He is a lawyer and journalist, but now he's diving into hotel management. He already won the award of South Asia traveling. So please, Turk, how and why you change your profession from lawyer and journalist to hotel management?
Good evening. Thank you so much, first of all, Mr. Lee, for this important platform. Thank you so much. Myself, Tek Mahat, I represent hotel industry in Nepal. But basically, I started my career as a teacher because I was in the school field. And after that, I became a tourist guide. And tourist guide is really a passion. And in a country like Nepal, we can make best use of this profession, and we can serve people globally whoever visit Nepal. Though I don't have other command of other languages, but I am the English tourist guide here in Nepal. And after serving for some years as a tourist guide, I was taken up the job of Chief Executive Officer of Trekking Agencies Association of Nepal. And after serving there for about 2 years, I got selected to lead the Hotel Association Nepal, and currently I assume the post of that. So as far as you are concerned of my change of profession is, I have not changed it in a way, but I am engaged in journalism also. I am the editor of one of the news online that is totally dedicated to tourism. And at the same time, I am advocating for legal issues in tourism industry. So I'm a lawyer. I'm a licensed lawyer of government of Nepal. And moreover, into this domain of law, I have seen a very good future in cyber law and tourism law. So my journey is on, it's going on, and I'm very passionate about networking with people and connecting people of different countries and knowing them, and also sharing best examples and experiences from different sectors.
Such amazing that you mentioned that now you are from journalist guide and you become the hotel management. So where you are working on? You are working on a specific hotel or the association of the hotels? How it goes for your current situation?
I got you. Thank you. So it is not a private company. I am the Chief Operating Officer or the head of Secretariat of Hotel Association Nepal. Hotel Association Nepal has more than 300 direct members, and it does have bilateral relations with the major apex body hotels of different countries. So I currently take up this job, and I am establishing relations of Nepal, Hotel Association Nepal, to other associations in different countries. So in this context, I got a chance to serve as a jury member of South Asian Travel Awards. South Asian Travel Awards, for your kind information, is the award initiated by Mr. President of Maldives, but there are also other office bearers associated with that in different countries. So up to now, 7 episodes are the editions of South Asian Travel Awards have already been concluded, and Nepal is hopefully hosting the 8th episode of South Asian Travel Awards. So it is something related to hospitality, related to travel, that has left a big mark in this industry.
Cool. So as a tourist guide and now the professor of hospitality, you also traveling around the world. You went to United States, also China. So how do you feel that the difference between, for example, United States and China, the travelers, and also what is your impression respectively on China and the United States?
Yes, thank you for this question, Mr. Lee. Undoubtedly, as everyone knows that we are the citizen of this modern era, we are the citizens of this global village, and we definitely would like to learn many things from others, and we are impacted by this digital dominance at this moment. So if we talk about United States and China, there is many similarities. The most prominent similarity that we find or we see is both are the leaders of this whole economy or the global order. United States has its own name, and China has established itself as the superpower, and it is supporting different countries and promoting world trade and connectivity. So in this modern era, there is no first and second, or there is no one and two that goes hand in hand. Many things go simultaneously. So they are inseparable. And both United States and China are the leaders of best examples. They are the path showers and pathfinders for prosperity and economy. If we talk, economy is unmatched, right? So one is not complete in absence of other. This is my personal feeling. And if I see the developmental trends of United States that took place a bit earlier, but if I read the history of China, China made a tremendous progress in a short span of time, and it is continuously growing, and leading, going ahead. So both are inseparable, both are integrated in terms of whole order and in terms of economy.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And so every year I suppose that before the pandemic and now also after the pandemic, quite a bunch of guys are traveling to Nepal. So what you focus on to show, to give your hospitality? You mentioned that you offer some tea trip. Our friend Karina, she's in Nepal to do her tea research. So what particularly you are offering for the people who are traveling to Nepal?
Nepal is a big name in terms of tourism, though it is a bit smaller country in terms of geography, or many people might not know the exact location. However, Nepal is a wonderful gift of God, because we have the highest mountain, Everest. We do have Everest. We do have rich biodiversity. We have many languages, and in terms of culture, the culture of Nepal, heritage of Nepal is unmatched, and it is unprecedented feeling that a tourist can experience from Nepal. So there are many things one can indulge. It could be, the nature, it could be the culture, or it could be an adventure, right? But we are trying to establish Nepal as a different country. It is more than mountain. Nepal has to offer more than nature. There are many other things. And you correctly mentioned that I myself come from the eastern part of Nepal, and that is popular for the tea estates. And Nepalese tea is also something unique and it has made its own name. So recently, as a responsible person who rose from the eastern part of Nepal, who came from the eastern part of Nepal, and in my childhood, I used to pass by the trails, surrounded by tea estates. And what I realize in Kathmandu these days is, tea tourism could be one of the things that Nepal has to prioritize, or Nepal has to put in its list to brand it or to promote it. It does have a lot of potential and prospect. So we are internally working on how we can promote tea tourism in Nepal by attracting tourists or taking them to those areas, beautiful tea estates or tea hillocks. That is one thing. Other thing is we can also export our tea, or we could provide our guests with the tea as the souvenir or the gift whenever they leave Nepal. This could be the idea, but I am just a new member into this Global Tea Working Group Federation. So I am discussing with people having different expertise in different countries, and my aim is to take it forward. But sooner or later, I think that gets realized and that gets reflected into practice. So this is my passion, and I'm currently working on this.
Cool. That I never imagined that in Nepal you also have quite a bunch of tea farms and the tea industry, because I suppose it was quite a high mountain with a very high altitude. It's cold. How the tea is supposed to grow? Because in China, actually my the tea cannot really grow in very north. So most of tea are planting in the south part of China. So in Henan, the central China where I am living, so we only have one place to have the tea trees, is Xinyang. We make a great green tea, and now by the development of the processing, we make a quite nice black tea as well. So when you visited China, Chengdu, have you ever tried some Chinese tea? What kind of Chinese tea do you like?
Thank you. So you're right. Basically, whenever people remember Nepal or they think of Nepal, they think it as a mountainous country. Definitely, Nepal is a Himalayan country, mountainous country. There are many highest peak, more than 8,000 meters tall, high. So more mountains, as I have mentioned, Nepal does have plain lands. Nepal has the green hilly region where tea environment is conducive and tea can be grown and cultivated. So thank you. And this is the first thing I'd like to establish here. And as far as my last visit to China in Chengdu is concerned, it was just before the COVID erupted, or it got spread. So we are lucky enough to visit China. And at this point of time, I now think that if we had not made that trip on time, who knows, I could not have visited China by now also if I had not done then. So we had a nice program there. We promoted Nepal there. We invited many of the journalist friends from China. We invited some of the travel and tour operators. We officially hosted a program. And one interesting thing is that was in the face of Visit Nepal year 2020. Actually, Visit Nepal year 2020 was a tourism designated tourism brand program, and government of Nepal declared and hosted 2020 as the Visit Nepal year, so that many of the tourists would know many things or many aspects of Nepalese tourism. But sadly, unluckily, because of COVID thing, we could not continue that, and now government has come up with other campaigns, and government decided to celebrate or to mark tourism decades, tourism year. So they are in the offing. So we had a nice and very memorable experience in China. I like every order that the government of Sichuan province or the Chengdu maintain. We used to wake up early. I used to just look out from the window, and even in the early hours of the morning, the metropolitan, establishments, they used to, clean the streets, the plants, and all sanitations and health and hygiene was all fine. So inside hotel, we did enjoy the beverage. I don't remember I order this green tea, but whatever I drank there, still I remember that was perfect, and there was no any complaint. That was very tasty, very delicious, very healthy and hygienic, and that just enhance my memory now, and I am very thankful. The hotels and all the establishment whatsoever they serve us, that was the great epitome of, or the great example of hospitality. So this memory I can recall now.
Okay, thank you for. I'm very happy that you had a nice journey right before the COVID, so that and then COVID happened. I think COVID was a big strike for international tourism, also domestic tourism. So, how did you pass this tough time? Have you ever get any kind of depression on this? Because some of them, my friend whom they are Chinese, but now they are working in tourism industry in Europe. So they were a little bit disappointing in the very beginning because nothing can really work. And with the time going on, Europe locked down, China locked down quite longer, so they became depressed because there is no job, there is no fine income. And how did you pass this quite challenging time? What was the situation in Nepal at that moment?
Yeah, so that was a nightmare, a complete nightmare. Never ever had we experienced that type of, calamity or the crisis, global crisis in our generation or in our lifetime. So, whenever we, in the very beginning or initial days, we thought that everything would go down or everything would be solved or resolved within some days or maybe a week or a month, but it got prolonged, and that became a global crisis. That became a, problem of mankind. So, like many countries, Nepal too, or we too, could not be, untouched. So we were highly impacted. We were hit hard, and industry, the lives, and overall activities of the mankind got highly impacted. So we can't even recall those days. But one good thing that we garner or we collected from this COVID, particularly in tourism, is that, there is a saying that in every black cloud there is a silver lining. In every cloud there is a silver lining, right? So one of the silver linings of this COVID is that we learned to promote domestic tourism, because most of the airlines and international movement, even national movement was restricted, but that got lifted after some time, and international movement was restricted for a long time. So Nepal learned a lesson, we learned a lesson, or many of the countries, they could have learned a lesson that domestic tourism, internal tourism is the way that ensures sustainability in tourism. And this could be directly related to the tourism China. So far I know, when I visited Chengdu, or many say that China is dependent on domestic or mostly internal tourism. Okay, though you receive many people from abroad, right? But the mainstay or the main sustainability is on domestic tourism. So previously, tourism for Nepal was mainly international, and still it is dominant from foreign lands. However, the trend has been realized that during crisis, domestic tourism should be strong, and this is also the main pillar of the prosperity or economic strength for a country. This is what we realized. And besides, Nepal lost a huge prospect in these 3 years, and to this point also we have not been able to rebound tourism in the same level that we were in 2019 or before COVID. We are still struggling, but however, the rays of hope are already there in the horizon, right? We are very optimistic, and good signs have come up, and tourism industry is picking up, and this must be appreciated. And COVID, still there are some news that new variants are being reported. However, let's hope this thing won't be repeated, and this won't affect life and won't cause any casualty. This is what I pray to God.
Thank you for sharing about your opinion and experience on this. I like your word that behind every dark cloud there is a silver sunshine or shining. There is a silver shine which is sparkling. This COVID strike badly for in many cases, but some country and some people find the hope and act it on this crisis, and they develop even better. So like the training and some also tea business, they change their perspective to sell online, and before they just have like a store, to sell face to face, but after they have to change, and they shift, quickly and nicely, and they getting better development. So this is how we deal with the crisis, and I think now we both don't expect that the COVID will come back again, but if it has to come back, and we are ready in a sort of ways, because we have experience already. Okay, so the last question is, if you use very short word to express what does hotel management or traveling hospitality mean to you? How you see your job right now, and what does it mean to you?
Yes, mostly hospitality to me is the exposure of love, the service that we offer, that is deep within, and this is the revelation, or this is the home of hospitality feeling to our clientele, right? That must come from the heart, that must come from the brain, and this could be the another form of worship, So the hospitality has less monetary or the corporate belief, more a belief of spirituality, more a belief of peace, more a belief and the feeling of brotherhood. This is the essence of hospitality. So this thing seems to be a bit abstract. However, hospitality is synonymous to mother's love. Hospitality is synonymous to family love, right? So this is not just a service. This is the service that comes from the heart, that comes from the soul, and that has something that guest first policy is there than the host.
Thank you for sharing your about that the real hospitality is beyond the service, is somehow like to serve our guests or the clients by our heart, and to give to put the emotion and the feeling, the temperature on our service. And
yes, exactly. One more thing I'd like to add on that is, in our culture in Nepal, we are home of hospitality. Our hospitality is unmatched, and we take guest as a form of God. So it might be a bit religious talk, or maybe something related to spiritual, but it must be, because our morality, our spirituality, and our life is governed in that way, because we are a bit emotional. We should be more touchy than other things. So every person is unique, every soul or everyone is unique in their position. So if we respect other, we get respect, or if we serve other, we get service, and if we help others, we get help. This interrelated or intricate or inseparable part of life is the demonstration of hospitality. This is my personal feeling.
Exactly. And your word made me think of a proverb of China to describe and express the hospitality, which is 四海之内皆兄弟也, which means that all people are across of the world. We are brother and sister. So, and once again, thank you for sharing your life story and experience on tourism guide, hospitality, hotel management, and also how you connected your journalism with tourism together. I'm looking forward to give you a fine hospitality in China, to share the tea trip in China, and also in the future possibly visiting in Nepal. And once again, and for anybody whom are traveling to Nepal and whom are having some business between China and Nepal, welcome to contact with Tek for the collaboration, for the friendship, and I believe in strongly that he will give you greater hospitality and take great care of all you guys. Once again, thank you, 谢谢 Tek.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. I got a wonderful chance, and I'm very privileged to present myself at this beautiful show of yours. And I am very thankful. I would like to invite you in Nepal, and I would also like to invite your friends from different countries, more than 100 plus countries, to Nepal. Let's strengthen or further cement our brotherhood and our network. And we definitely, wherever we go, we should have our contact point, we should have friends. With this motto, I personally would like to welcome to Nepal, and whenever I get a chance to visit the particular land, I definitely see you in person. Thank you so much. Wish you all
Thank
the
you.
best.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. Have a good night. I'm looking forward. Okay. See you. Ciao, ciao. 再见.
See you. See you.